Hello, I'm Shafi. Today we'll be looking into an Amazon Web Services image uploader. So you would have already had an example and a code on how to do an image uploader using PHP. But now today we will be checking how you can do it with Java. So the first step is how can you do an application development using an IDE. It can be a NetBeans or it can be an Eclipse. So in this video I'll be demonstrating using NetBeans how you can link with AWS Java SDK and get started with an Java application development for an image uploader. And what are the other libraries that are required for your application development, and then we will be checking into an application demo, and finally the code demo and the summary of this video. Okay, let's get started. So I have already downloaded an AWS Java SDK. The latest version is 1.5.8. So once I download, I have linked all the jars which is required. Initially you may think that's only AWS SDK is needed, but for any upload it also requires a common file upload and IO. And for logging, Amazon uses common logging, and Amazon actually requests or updates the EC2 instances or any features using HTTP requests. So you need HTTP client, core, and common codec. So where will I find all this jars which is needed? If you go to the Amazon Java SDK, there is like libraries which is needed. So you have the libraries. This has along with Java docs. If you are interested to see the API references and features, you can refer this. Or if you need along with source code, you can use this jar. So I have linked my application with current jar, this one. And so other third-party jars which is needed is common codec, common logging, HTTP component. That's it. So for now only these three libraries are needed. So I have linked common codecs, common login, and HTTP request. That is same as these jars. And so the similar application we have done it using in Java, JSP page. So this is a JSP page which is pretty much like an HTML. So all I have is a S3 uploader which gets linked with this. So let's run this. It's actually deploying a lot of other application in NetBeans, so it's taking time. So like a lot of projects being linked, and it's in open mode. So whenever you start Tomcat, it's going to deploy all the applications. So let's wait for a few more seconds. Okay, I got it. So you can see it's running in my local host, and the project name is Imageuploader and index.jsp. So right now our application is working just as an file uploader. So you can expect the file to get uploaded to a S3 bucket. So it doesn't have an SES email service or SNS notification service, so which can be integrated later in the project. So let me browse some photos. Okay, so I'm going to pick my project now. 001 and say submit. Let's see our log, what is happening. You can see the file is getting uploaded, using multi-upload, and it says the upload is available here. So let's go and check out in our S3 bucket. Okay, so it requires Java. You can see previously I have uploaded. So today's image was 00, so you can see that timestamp. And the image is uploaded. So, and it also says the file is uploaded successfully. So that's how you can get started with the Amazon SDK, Amazon AWS SDK. And for code application, I referred the S3 transfer progress example, which was already provided in the SDK. So the development with AWS becomes much easier. So if you see the code, it's just the index.jsp is just redirecting an action to a servlet, and it has a multi-part. So whenever you do as a multi-part, so you need to have the common uploader, the Apache common, the common file uploader. So if you can see that is multi-part request, the process of handling the response, you can't say request.get parameter of this file. So you have to do it in as a disk image factory, and in order to parse the parameters. So once you parse the parameters, I'm using an iterator for this, and also in meanwhile I have used the credentials. So where are credentials? The credentials are here. So it says new class path, so it's expecting in the class path, and in order to fetch the credentials. So I need not hardcode it in my code, so rather I keep it as a properties file so that it automatically fetches. So these code or snippets can be found in Amazon AWS SDK, and so I'm setting the region, and then there's a transfer manager which will help me in faster upload, and also it helps in polling. So that's the reason I use the transfer manager. It's an API for S3. So I'm creating a bucket. So when creating a bucket, I check whether the bucket is existing or not. If not, I'll create. If it's existing, I'll just return it false. And then once I'm parsing, I'm getting the file name. I'm imagining that this is my server location. So whatever the file you uploaded gets saved here, and it is putting as a request object to push it to your S3 bucket. So you have the bucket name and the file name and the location of the file. So once you do the upload, you can actually check if upload is false or not. So it's in the waiting state. This you can replace it at while to check the state of your file transfer. You can also give a progress, and then you can poll this method using upload.wait for completion. So once you are done, you can redirect this output as file upload is successful. So that's how the application works. So we have completed all this, and the summary is, so we saw in this video how to link an AWS with the SDK, how to add the jars and the libraries, and application demo, and the code demo, summary. So if you have any application, you can email me this ID, my personal ID, or this my Hawk ID. So that's it for now. Thank you. Give a try using the same steps as demonstrated in the video. So if you are comfortable with Java, you can try this file image uploader with Java or maybe with PHP as per your comfort. So that's it for now. Thank you. Have a good day.